Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
All right. You let Dee Dee out? Come on, let her out. Come on, Dee. No, she doesn't want to come out. All right. All right, welcome back, everybody. Athlete for Life. Another episode, an update. So let's kind of jump into it. However, I just want to point out I am in my backyard here, as if you couldn't tell already. Figured I'd change up the scenery a little bit. So much footage in my garage. There is more to my house than just my garage. So this is my free space back here where we get to kind of have some fun with the little dude. The dog gets to run around. They're all inside right now, but this takes up a lot of my time out here, taking care of this property. We have a couple other projects we're going to be doing here in the next month. Probably we're putting in a stock tank pool over there somewhere. So we got that coming up. But anyway, listen, let's jump right into this because I want to kind of make this quick. First off, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell. It is free. I've been reassessing things and been doing CrossFit for since 2009, however long that is, 11, 12 years. Did it pretty seriously in the beginning, competed a little bit. And then just kind of tapered off with some things. Obviously, I had a few injuries that definitely changed some things around. As most of you know, Nick and I, became friends, and I got him into it. He's on a whole different path right now with it. He's doing really well. But my serious CrossFitting is kind of coming to an end. And this last CrossFit Open, I gave it a go, and my body just didn't like a lot of the workouts, and it's just not good. So, I've been kind of thinking about all that and wanting to make some changes, but I do have some issues in my left shoulder, which I have had looked at by an orthopedic, MRI. Got a bicep tear up here, a calcification up on the humerus, which goes into the shoulder girdle, which is preventing some mobility. And then on top of that, I got some bone spurs on the top. And then, as the ortho likes to say, there's some gravel floating around in there. So he wants to do some surgery. I'm not really feeling that right now. I just can't be out for 4 or 5 months with my arm in a sling. I'll be out of work. Won't be able to do anything around the house. And I'm not really to that point. I don't have catastrophic failure. So that kind of leads me to that first thing, is that I've been reevaluating kind of what I've been doing and kind of working around my, some of my injuries, because now my right shoulder is acting up. No surprise. The left is weaker. The right's been compensating. So now that's been bothering me a little bit. So I'm trying to be very careful on my training and what I'm doing. So that is, kind of made me look at, I'm going to be turning 50. What am I doing? How am I doing it? How is it affecting me? And moving forward, because the name of the game here is longevity, and that is most important. So that means I need to change things around because my body is telling me certain things, and that's what I need to do. A lot of people don't do that. They just kind of keep doing what they do, and it leads to injuries. It leads to time away from training and, walking around hurt and just being miserable. And I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. So that's first and foremost, assessing and evaluating and looking at my training and what I need to do moving forward. Now, the second thing is I recently looked into getting certification, not just, because I do the YouTube and I, on Instagram and whatnot, I put a lot of fitness stuff out there, which it does help. If you are a fitness person on any type of social media platform, obviously it helps if you have some kind of certification to substantiate and legitimize what you're doing for the information you're putting out there. So that was kind of one reason. Two is, I've done this in the past. I was a personal trainer out of college, but I'm looking to do a little more than that. Personal training, nothing again. It's needed, obviously, but that's not kind of really where I want to go with it. But I wanted to get some kind of certification that I could use moving forward, especially come when I retire, because as many of you know, I am in law enforcement down here in Florida. I'm a deputy sheriff. I work patrol. So I'm out there on the street, and I'm in year 20, so I got about 5 years left to retirement. So I'm already kind of looking at what I'm going to do after, because I'm going to be somewhat young when I retire, in my low 50s. So about 55 or 54 and a half. So I'm looking at, what is next, and I'm taking those steps now to kind of line that up. And that was one of them, is to, what do I want to do? Well, I'm interested, obviously fitness is a passion for me. I love sports. That's what my channel is about. I'm an athlete, and I train like an athlete, and I put it out there that, that is me. That's what I've always been. So in the spirit of that, moving forward, I wanted to pick a certification that kind of encompassed that. And their philosophy was my philosophy. And the CrossFit level 1 just didn't do it. I don't see myself teaching CrossFit, coaching at a CrossFit box, as much as I enjoy it and like it. It's just wasn't conducive to my training. So after looking and searching, I came across Mike Boyle's sports performance program. He's out of Boston. If you don't know much about Mike Boyle, you can Google him. I'll probably put something up over here, but he's a very well-known strength and conditioning coach up in the New England area, out of Boston. Worked with, he was at Boston University for like 10 plus years. Then he was with the Bruins. Then he was with the Red Sox. Then he trained the U.S. women's soccer team, U.S. women's hockey team when they won their golds, when the Red Sox won their World Series. So he's very well known in the strength and conditioning world. He offers a certification called Certified Functional Strength Coach. I did my research on it, very impressed. They had one here in Tampa. I went to it, super impressed. So that's where I chose to kind of kick off this whole getting certified thing, was with them. Very happy with it. Their philosophy is more towards staying healthy, training so you don't get hurt, and then training for performance. So it's in the sports performance realm. They work with a lot of athletes. However, their programming can be applied to the general population. So I can do a lot with this type of certification, and that's my plan, is to start working with some younger athletes, some youth, some kids, middle school, high school, and get something going here, doing that. Now, as a spin-off with that, with doing a lot of, going through the certification and their program and their philosophy, I have applied that to me. Now, I've kind of getting away from a lot of the bilateral spinal loading type of movements. And as a lot of you know here, I like to squat, I like to deadlift, but I just don't know if putting 400 pounds on my back is a good idea anymore, for a lot of reasons, especially because I'm trying to preserve myself getting older. Not that I won't squat or deadlift, I just don't know how much I'll be doing it. So I'm just trying to train smarter, not harder, not hurt myself. So, I'm implementing a lot of the training styles that, go along with Mike Boyle's programming and Certified Functional Strength Coach. But, a lot of it's for my little guy. He is 3.5. He's going to be, in the next decade here, that's what I'm gearing up for, my 50s to 60s. How am I going to stay healthy and be able to do all the things I need to do as a dad, and possibly, obviously a sports dad if my little guy's playing sports, whatever it may be, lacrosse, football, baseball, soccer. I need to be able to keep up with him. I need to be able to teach him. So, I just kind of put this under that category of, this will be more in my arsenal to help him, become the best athlete that he can be. Things change. You need to I think any serious athlete or person that takes their training or fitness seriously, you need to sit and evaluate things sometimes and take a look at yourself and say, what am I doing? How is it affecting me? Is this working? I'm listening to my body, even though in my mind, I still want to do the things that I used to do when I was 30, but I just can't. I mean, it's not smart. So that's it. So hopefully this helps some people, maybe gave a little bit of insight to, anyone who's maybe kind of dealing with the same things here that I'm dealing with. But I don't think it's, I think it's probably more, a lot of people kind of have these issues. So hopefully it helps some people. Like I said, hit that comment or hit that like button, share it, comment on it. drop it down below. I'm good about kind of getting back with people, and now that I'm a strength coach, I can kind of give you some guidance. But that's about it for now. I'll get back with some more good training stuff here moving forward. Looking forward to it, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.